welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. This one gets started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Iowa's offense will get first crack at it today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QB.
The Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. They bring the punter onto the field now. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Now on the return. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Washington's offense will go to work for the first time today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
I didn't see him. Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance today.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds a little space. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this second and short. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Complete to the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Makes the grab. It's Vincent. Nice move. Creates some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry up.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Got his man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for him.
Shakes off the defender. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They'll throw on third and short. Puts it out of the air. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Makes the grab on the left. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hawkeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll go to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
And no monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Texas Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Red Raiders. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just
turning it on! Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Touchdown, Washington! He got a step and just dusted the field.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he added the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to go up top on first down.
There we fucking go.
And he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Hey, some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Still looking on the move. Throws to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Touchdown, Washington. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Dances away. At the 35, he's open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Got it behind the line. It's Reeves. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo. Give to the big fullback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Big fullback's got it. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. And the Hawkeyes will try to pick it up on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Snagged in the middle. It's Penn. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wide receiver going in motion. Sticks it in his belly. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Second and goal for this offense. Caught over the middle. It's Penn. And they will score. Touchdown, Hawkeye. Extra point here will tie the game.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Rushes on him. Looking to scramble. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's it up for the first down.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Going to take a shot. And that ball is hauled inside the 35. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Oh, goodness.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best.
There he goes. Not enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Husky.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB. If you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders have turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. On the move. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Hawkeyes want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Reeves. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The give on the option. He breaks and tackle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half.
Stop running
How about that play behind the line as they lose 5? Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Still on his feet at the 35. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper.
Oh shit, Reed.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Catch in the middle. It's Morris.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Huskies will try to convert on 4th down. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. Off play action on 1st down. Picked off and ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He'll start this drive firing. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Got his man downfield. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Iowa! Once he got some room, it was over.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
On the option. He'll toss it. Quick spin on the line. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Got some room to run. The 40. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle.
And the Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made
back at the 16.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
It's complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. What a grab on the right sideline for the huge play. Washington right back to the line. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to take off. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out as he falls to the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Snagged out of the air. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start to feel it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job using his speed to get to the quarterback. This linebacker would have started for those great Purple Rain defenses in the 80s under the legendary Washington Husky coach Don James. He would have loved to blitz this dude. So athletic from the linebacker position.
Grabs it in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands.
He'll loft one deep down the left side.
Seems
Makes the
good,
grab inside
man.
the 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. The Hawkeyes in the hurry up. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unloads it left.
Wonderful. You
Touchdown,
suck.
Hawkeyes! The offense cashing it in on that drive. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, you're understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Penn. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up, try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Reeves. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The Hawkeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Touchdown, Iowa! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I think the offense caught the D off guard on that play, throwing it to the fullback. I think this defense was expecting the fullback to kind of ram up in there and try to block somebody, maybe get a fullback dive, but not release out of the backfield like that and catch the ball. This fullback, he's got a lot of tools in his toolbox.
On the move out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
We're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when they...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. He finally steps out of bounds. A gigantic run that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On the move. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Makes the stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense. In the 4th quarter, now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got it in the middle, it's Vincent. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Now the play fake. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt up. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. Finds his man. It's Morris. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. And they can't make the connection.
missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
4th down, same as 1st, same as 2nd, same as 3rd for this offense, going for it in a big-time moment. Get the big 1st down. This game, we're running out of time defensively. You're going to have to find a way to get a stop, even if it takes 4 downs.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Let's it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out.
There he goes. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Vincent. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Hart. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Back open in the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Hawkeyes will hustle to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He'll try to take it back. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Washington. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable. And with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Snagged in the middle. It's Hart. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Hawkeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
That was a nice grab by the tight end. Didn't get many yards, wasn't real open, but at least make the catch, at least get a little positivity on the play.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Gonna look downfield again. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Got his man out of the backfield. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Hawkeyes come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Right on the money. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in his zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dial.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit.